my people, welcome back again to this channel. To fight insecurity in our land is not going to be possible because it's just as if the people in power, the government, are the ones supporting and funding these terrorists, just like Dele Farotimi said. If you guys remember this archbishop who went to the USA to report about the Fulani herdsmen, the way they are buying Christians in Nigeria, and not only Christians but many people in Nigeria. This man reported to USA, but after that the government did not even intervene or say anything about it. Instead, the report says federal government rejects a Catholic bishop testimonies. And just we also heard that the FBI is set to release Tinubu's drug files. Like, everybody is like, what is really happening? They should just better release it. Let us know what Tinubu is up to and the kind of person Tinubu is, so that they're going to remove him from being the president of Nigeria and put for us another person. Let us see if this economy is going to be good. Anyway, guys, I want you guys to take a look at what Arise TV have to say concerning these headlines. Guys, take a look at this video. I'll be right back.
The presidency has reacted to the United States court ruling ordering the release of records concerning President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's alleged involvement in a drug trafficking case. Well, on April 8th, the United States Court for the District of Columbia ordered the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Drug Enforcement Administration to release records of their investigations concerning the case. The judge ruled that both agencies must search for and process non-exempt records under the Freedom of Information Act. While reacting to the judgment, presidential media aide Bayo Onanuga stated that there is nothing new to be revealed since the reports of the FBI and DEA on the case have been in the public domain for over 30 years. Well, let's take a look at Bayo Onanuga's statement. He wrote on X, "Journalists have sought the presidency's reaction to the ruling last Tuesday by a Washington, D.C. judge ordering the U.S. FBI and DEA to release reports connected with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Our response is as follows. There is nothing new to be revealed. The report by Agent Moss of the FBI and the DEA report have been in public space for more than 30 years. The reports did not indict the Nigerian leader. The lawyers are examining the ruling." I mean, Bayo Onanuga here, Rufai, saying that, you know, the reports that we have seen, I believe we have seen some of these court documents, did not indict President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying that, you know, these are not new allegations. So, I mean, why all the furore?
Okay, but the Agent Moss report also talked about, you know, the conversations around the money in Bola Tinubu's bank account and conversations around forfeiture of $460,000, and that's what we heard. But I'll just take you back historically. Plainsight, Greenspan of Plainsight, had been pushing this for a while, requiring freedom of information to be able to get most of this dossier out, you know, to be able to read them, and it's been blocked. And the rebuttal has always been that there's, you know, that's that. What's it called? Response, which pretty much says, I cannot confirm nor can I deny. And normally that glomar response does suffice when you have a case, you know, of secrecy that has to be involved with governmental agencies and national security, because one of the points that have been made by the CIA that, especially when it comes to human sources, the case of that glomar report will survive. And if you go back historically, the glomar report goes way back to the 70s, where America had this glomar explorer, you know, shape that they want to use for a lot of covert activities. But as regards this, prior to this time, they had taken, you know, with the side of the CIA and those governmental agencies, as regards that glomar response, that, okay, you can hold, that can hold sway when it comes to FOI requests. But this judge, this district court judge, now Judge Holmer, is now saying that, no, because this man is the president of a sovereign, this should be out there in public.
Interest, yeah.
Everybody should be able to see this.
All right.
But the argument that they're still holding is the fact that this is a human resource, you know, of the CIA. This would also, you know, impinge on his privacy, and it will also prevent, you know, further investigations as time goes on. And there's been a contention on the need of the public to know and privacy issues here.
All right.
The judge has also told them that they should backtrack, they should bring back a report on the 2nd of May. So we are waiting for that report. They're going to write an extensive report on that. Most of these agencies, the drug department and all the things and all of this.
All right.
And this conversation had been on since the 90s. I think it's best for us to be able to wait on that report. The presidency has reacted and said nothing in that report. I think the position of, Kevin Moss is way different from what might be in this report, because if they claim that it's what's in the public glare, then definitely this agency will not have gone to court to be able to stop releasing what they know as regards.
All right, let me read an
So,
excerpt made by a lawyer from the judgment, just a really short excerpt before we wrap up. They wrote, even the plaintiff acknowledges that Mr. Tinubu's name does not appear directly in these documents. ID. Instead, plaintiff claims merely that it is implausible that no documents responsive to plaintiff's Freedom of Information Act request to the CIA exists, given that the CIA was closely following the issue and would have at least been aware of Mr. Tinubu once he became a prominent politician.
So all of that is subject to the release of the reports of these agencies. We have to wait till May 2. That's a deposition based on a lawyer's argument.
On a lawyer's argument.
So we have to, when they now report to the district judge, Homer, they will be able to know what happened. But you see, in going forward, for the sake of integrity, we shouldn't even have rebuttals as regards preventing, reports like this. Let everything be out in the public.
All right.
Let's be able to see it so we're able to make our inferences and this matter can go away. You forget that some of even these allegations have been put forward in the court during the election petition and it didn't sail through.
Well said.
So there's also going to be a case of jurisdiction. But we need transparency across the board.
Well said. We'll take another story now. Well, some positive news. Following the outcry raised by activist Martin Soshe, popularly known as Very Dark Man, who highlighted the plight of young Nigerian girls trafficked to Ivory Coast, the chairman of Air Peace Airlines, Dr. Allen Onyema, over the weekend pledged to repatriate the girls free of charge, offering free flights, medical care, and support services. In a press statement, Dr. Onyema condemned the inhumane act of trafficking young Nigerian girls globally and called for collective action, urging the Nigerian embassy in Côte d'Ivoire to identify and gather the victims for repatriation. Onyema further appealed to the federal government to take responsibility for their rehabilitation and education. I mean, this is such a, a laudable cause by Air Peace Airlines. I mean, this is not the first time that we are seeing that they've always come into the aid of Nigerians, be it, in Sudan, South Africa. We have seen this sort of repatriation. So kudos to them. I know that the airline plans to send the girls to Duchess International Hospital in Ikeja for free medical examinations and treatment. Let me take some tweets, because obviously there was, conversation on social media as regards, especially with the responsibility of the federal government. We took this story last week. This is from Michael, who wrote, "Great initiative by Air Peace. This act of compassion and responsibility towards our trafficked girls is truly commendable. It's heartwarming to see corporate entities step up to address such a critical humanitarian issue. Thank you, Air Peace." Another user wrote, "The Nigerian government should really be ashamed that a private individual is doing all this. All those politicians, all they know is embezzlement of funds, and yet some Nigerians will come out to side them and cascade VDM. Some Nigerians don't really deserve the internet." I mean, we did see this attack on Very Dark Man, who we applaud, really, because he actually went out there with his own personal funds, did the investigation, and now we have, a private entity like Air Peace saying that he is ready to bring the girls back. Without VDM, we will not have known the story. I mean, of course, Arise highlighted the issue as well here on the show.
I believe it's John F. Kennedy who said that it's not what my country can do for me, but what I can do for my country. I paraphrase, and I think it's beautiful to see patriots. Patriots are people who do not wait for the system to work. They are people who step forward in a time of need where they can see that there's an intervention, a change that they can make. They do it without looking for reward, without looking for favor.
My people, a lot is really going on in Nigeria. Our president don't care about the insecurity that is happening in Nigeria. Like, these people are so nonchalant about what is going on in Nigeria. I don't know if they're using people's life to play politics. Do they think that people's life is game to them? People had to even reject the Archbishop who reported to the US over the way herdsmen were buying Christians and other people in Nigeria. The federal government had to reject that man's testimony, saying that they were not aware of anything he was saying. You can imagine how corrupt our country is. Just imagine what is going on in our country. Now, we just also heard that recently that the FBI is set to release Tinubu's drug files. You know, a lot of people have been saying, allegedly, the one I heard, that our president is dealing with drugs, that he has been dealing with drugs before. And a lot of people have been saying it. That so recently, we just heard that the FBI said they're going to soon release his drug files. And a lot of people are saying it's better they should just release it. Because they want to really know the kind of person our president is. And also, you know, a lot of people have been complaining about Tinubu government, that is a bad one, that Tinubu's government is the worst government they have ever seen. So a lot of people are saying, let them just use this opportunity and remove him from seat. Let them put another person there who knows what him or her are doing. So recently there was a song that was sung by one Idris Abu Karim, saying that, say you tell your papa the hardship and hunger we dey face for this country, only for these people to come and arrest this man. They not even only arrest him, they also banned his music from Nigeria radio service and also Nigeria television service. Like, just to show you that how bad our country is, how bad our government is. Instead of them to use this avenue to know that people are suffering, they had to ban the music. If you protest, is problem. If we do video, is problem. Where are we now? We the citizens, is it that we don't have right to express our freedom of speech, or is it that we don't have right to protest? Like, this country is a total mess. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you really think about this video you guys watched now? And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share. So guys, thanks for watching.